Hello there, Bic Benedict here. We're playing Uncharted 4, and this is my crushing difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Chapter 5 of 22. It is entitled Hector Alcazar. So we've got some gunfighting on this chapter, but before I go into, what's going on in this chapter, I've always found it funny that, and this is a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't played the game, but this whole scene, this whole chapter, everything that goes on in it is a complete fabrication by Sam. So none of this happens because we later learn from Rafe that Rafe just bonded Sam out, and this never took place, this whole thing. So it's kind of strange in that sense to be playing something that having played the game, that it doesn't happen. So it definitely feels odd. I'll say that much for it. But it also feels like maybe they didn't have all their ducks in a row when they're writing the story. But I'm not too sure. Anyway, you don't need to shoot that many people over here, if any. Just stick by your teammates and pick up some ammunition as we go up here. And then when you get up to this this ward here, or the cell block, it can be kind of hard to see who you're supposed to hit because you've got a lot of prisoners running around. Just focus on the guys in the brown coveralls, because those are the jail keepers. So you'll want to just remember their positions. There's a couple up there. There's one down here. There's also a difficult fight near the end of the chapter as well, but you have some exploding tanks to help you on that one. But since this is on crushing, you're really going to feel the burn of getting damaged fast, and it's also a random thing, but this guy can grab you over here. So if you don't get grabbed there, it's probably because you've killed more enemies than I have. So I stick to the Aegis, as well as the it starts with an M, the MP something. I just don't like the reticle of the other assault rifle that they have on offer here. Yeah, I like that weapon. Okay, so then when you come in here, you're going to be told to get behind cover. And I don't think you die if you don't get behind cover, but it could mess up the scripting. So you'll want to watch out for that. Okay, so we've got an exit now, so just keep pushing forward. And there's going to be a steam vent that staggers you a little bit. You can shoot these guys from back here, or you can try to run past them if you don't have any damage on your HUD. Blind firing works really well in this game too. So anytime you're stuck behind cover waiting for your health to regenerate, it's a good time to use some blind fire and see what you can get done with a little inaccurate spray of bullets. Anyway, push up over here. There's gonna be a guy that falls over here. Did I snag that right out of the fucking air? I knew that guy fell there every time, but I didn't know I could maybe snatch it out of the fucking air. That was funny. But you see this wonderful cover we have over here? We have a chain link fence here, so you gotta be really careful. This chain link fence kind of represents the entirety of the cover in this game, which is to say that it's absolute garbage. But when you push up into this next area, you're going to be in a good position at first, because there's just nothing much that these guys can do. They can't climb up here, so just be careful. And I have to admit, old habits do definitely die hard for me on this, because I'm always trying to sneakily creep around corners and see if I can get away with the good old third person cover trick, which they removed. I think I do the SWAT turn here, right there. See, that is the SWAT turn. If Bastard hadn't hit me right there, it still was the SWAT turn though. So that would have been me holding the left analog stick to the right and then holding the circle button. And there's a guy over here that hogs cover, the guy in the black mask right over there. So you need to approach Alcazar at this point. He'll tell you to get behind cover, but there's going to be an enemy that comes out of this top door up here. You don't need to get behind cover though, because you're not going to blow the door quite yet. And look at this complete fucking garbage. Do you see this? What was that all about? I shot him like 10 times. Anyway, some guys are just hard to put down, I guess. But see this guy stealing cover? I really love that in games where your AI companions don't move for you. It's such a handy thing, and it doesn't get on one's nerve at all, does it? But you may have noticed some other enemies that were coming out of that other door that I was just aiming the camera at a moment ago. It is nice to have hit markers in this game, as well as a different color hit marker indicating a kill shot, which is an orange color. I wish you could change the color to maybe just dark red or something, but it's neither here nor there, I guess, at this point. So there's only one fight left, one mandatory fight coming up, and it's really difficult because, as always, they put you behind cover that will get destroyed very quickly. You're going to be sitting behind cinder blocks and nothing that can help you very much. The key on doing this is to keep pushing forward. Alcazar is going to tell you to keep pushing forward. That's what you need to do. Just keep pushing forward, pushing up. I mean, you cannot destroy the turret. What I like to do, though, is wait for a couple of guys to come over to the left. There's about 3 incendiary barrels over here. This is taking a little bit too long, and I'm getting quite nervous. These guys aren't showing up, and I'm getting suppressed by turret fire. So there's one guy. I usually like to get 2 guys killed, but beggars can't be choosers all the time. And then there's also a couple of incendiary drums up right there. And the resistance's chopper will come in fast if you've killed a lot of guys. So we were successful in that. Normally, if you aren't killing a lot of guys, you've got to push up to like the cinder block area that I just passed a moment ago back there. So it really is up to you. If you want to kill a lot of guys using those exploding barrels and have your teammates help you with other kills, and or just play it safer and just move up by slow degrees, because it will time out eventually, and then that's it. There is a fight over here, but if you quickly scale this, you can be free, and I suppose we're free of each other, at least for the time being, as we transition from Chapter 5 to Chapter 6. And when we do get to the ladder, I hope that you have been taking care, and I hope that the walkthrough will also be taking care of you in the way that I anticipated that it should. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Please take care.